Hello.
你好.
Chinese is one of the third most spoken languages in the world. Also, Chinese language is very important for you because the Chinese population is increasing nowadays. You can learn Chinese in English from this lesson series. This Chinese language, or what we call the Chinese language, are words that are common to all languages in China. There are more than 200 Chinese languages. Then the language we call Chinese is the language called Mandarin Chinese. Mandarin Chinese is the main language of China. Okay. Next, let's see what tones are in Chinese. There are some languages in this world where you should have to use these tones when speaking with that language. Tones mean something like this. If I say
Mine.
the meaning of this is to say bye, but if I say
My.
the meaning of this is sell. Both of these words seem the same to us English speakers, but for those who speak tones, these are two words. If you don't use the right tone, the meaning of what you say may change. If you mispronounce the tone sometimes, but others can understand the meaning sometimes. But most of the time, if you don't use this tone properly, what you are saying may not be clear to the listener. Therefore, these tones are very important. But there is nothing to fear. When you hear a word often, you will get used to its tone automatically. Now let's see what the tones are in the Chinese language. The Chinese language has 4 tones like this. The first tone is like this.
Um.
An easy way to understand this is that when we think about something, we say, we make that sound. The tone that we say, that tone is the first tone of this. When you first hear a tone, it may sound strange, because they are not in our language. But once you get used to it, the strangeness of it will decrease. Now let's all say the first tone. It is a Chinese word with the first vowel.
In.
Okay, now let's see the second tone. The first tone goes flat, but the second tone goes like this. That means the tone that goes from the bottom to the top. When we ask what in English, we first start with a low sound and go to a high sound.
What?
The second tone is like that. If you give an example in Chinese,
Sure.
that means 10. The third tone is like this. In the previous one, we only went from the bottom to the top. But in this case, you have to go down from the top and go up again. This is an example of a Chinese word with the third vowel.
很.
It means a lot. The fourth tone is like this. We went from the bottom to the top in them before, and it came down from above and went up again. Now we are going to come from top to bottom. Let's see what these 4 tones are again. The first tone. The second tone. The third tone. The fourth tone. This is how there are 4 tones in Chinese. These tones are written according to the way we say it. Let's practice these tones and say these words. From the first tone,
一三将
from the second tone,
小你
from the third tone,
我你我
from the fourth tone,
一的那
Don't worry, this is difficult right now. While doing this, you will understand that it is not as difficult as it seems at first. Many words in Chinese have these tones, but there are some words without these tones. Although there are very few such words, you can pronounce such sounds in any way you like. You may not understand exactly how to pronounce some of these words. In the next video, you can learn about the characters of the Chinese language, how to write them in English characters, and how to pronounce them. Keep watching this series video. Comment your questions below. Remember to subscribe to the channel and share with your friends, because Chinese is a very important language in the future. If you want to receive a notification when a new video is uploaded, click the bell icon on the right side and turn on the notification. Then see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.
再见。